Hi, everybody. It's Ms.Salazar, and welcome to Health Class. So, today we're going to be talking about the President's Challenge, and we're going to be talking about being a good sport. Now, I think that you guys did the President's Challenge with Mrs. Borges. I'm not too sure about that, but I think you guys did last year. So, I'm going to go over this really fun exercise, and it's actually very, very popular. Like, all the kids do this. Okay, there you go. So this page, you guys have this in your workbook. It's page 22 and 23. And the President's Challenge has multiple exercises, right? So you have the curl up, or people call it the sit up or curl up, right? So that's when your elbows are touching your knees and you're sitting down on the ground with your feet are going to be they're going to be flat on the ground. And then you have the shuttle run. So the shuttle run is when you run back and forth between one point on the ground and then picking up a brick and then putting it on the other end of the line. You're going to be seeing this in a video. Of course, the pull up. So this is actually really hard for me. I don't know what it is, but I think it's just I don't have a lot of strength in my arms. So this is actually very difficult for me to do. Also, the V sit and reach. So, this is going to test how flexible your leg muscles are. And remember, when we talk about flexibility, this also has to do with exercising. So remember that when you are exercising or when you're just talking about fitness, you have to think about flexibility. And flexibility is how your body can move and bend without hurting, right? So that's what the girl is doing, right? She's bending and she's testing her flexibility, her how flexible her leg muscles are. Oh, also over here on the pull up is going to test your strength, but it's specifically going to test how strong your arms and your shoulders are because you're going to be pulling up your body until your chin reaches the bar, right? It has to go above the bar. And then right here in the curl up, you're going to be testing how strong your stomach muscles are. So in both of these exercises, you're going to be testing your strength, right? And then in this exercise, you test how flexible you are. And then over here, you have the 1 mile walk or run, right? You can walk or you can run, but it's going to be 1 mile. And in this exercise, you are testing your endurance. Remember that endurance is how long you can keep exercising without getting too tired. So it's how long you can keep it up. Perfect. Okay, so you guys have this video and it shows the President's Challenge. So these kids, they are doing the President's Challenge, and actually only two things change. So instead of them doing the pull up, I'm going to go back. Instead of them doing the pull up, they are actually doing push ups, right? And when you're doing push ups, your chest is not supposed to touch the ground. So that makes it even harder, right? So instead of them doing the pull up, they are doing push ups. And they do get to do the V sit and reach, except it's not exactly a V, right? Because it doesn't look like this. You're gonna see why. I wish I could show you myself. I wish I could just videotape myself doing the President's Challenge, but I don't have anyone right now to videotape me. So um I was able to find this video so you guys can see how it is done, how to do the President's Challenge. Let's see. Oh, you also have the video in LMS, not just here in the presentation. Now, being a good sport, let's see. Okay, so how can you be a good sport? A good sport knows how to cooperate, cooperar. Cooperate means to work well with others, right? So when you cooperate, you can get along with people, and getting along is part of good health, right? It's part of being emotionally healthy. Also, being a good sport is not just about being nice to your teammates or being nice to the members of another team. If you're a fan, you can also be a good sport. So a good sport doesn't hog the ball or yell at a teammate for making a mistake. A good sport has good manners and is fair. Now, most of all, a good sport shows respect. So how can you show respect? You can take turns, right? You can follow rules. You can try your best, your absolute best. And how do you show that you are a good sport? So remember, to show that you are a good sport, you have to be you have to play fair, right? You have to follow the rules. You have to be respectful to your teammates if you're playing in a team. You have to be respectful to the other teammates from the opposite team. And if you're a fan, and let's say that you're rooting for this soccer team and your team wins and then the other team loses, and because you're not a good sport, you mock them and you make fun of the other team. That's not being a good sport, right? That's just being a sore winner. And same thing happens if you lose. So if you're in a team or you're rooting for this team and your team loses, the other one wins, and then you get angry and you start mocking them, you start making fun of them, you have your popcorn in hand and you throw it to the ground, right? You're being a sore loser. So it's bad either way. So you have to be a good sport. You have to be respectful. And also, you guys have this video in LMS, which also it demonstrates how to be a good sport. I'm gonna click on the video. I'm gonna hit pause. I'm gonna go to the next slide. There you go. So this is your assessment, right? So right here where it says the president's challenge, you're going to write how each exercise shows that you are fit. Remember what I said? Some of these exercises are going to test your flexibility, others are going to test your endurance or your strength. Remember that? So the curl up is going to test how strong your stomach muscles are. And let's see, the V sit and reach is going to test your flexibility, how flexible your leg muscles are. The 1 mile walk or run is going to test your endurance, how long you can keep it up, how long can you keep exercising. The pull up is going to test your strength. It's going to test how strong your arms and your shoulders are. And then the shuttle run, again, it's going to test your endurance. And then be a good sport. So are you a good sport? So you're going to write the letter G after the sentences that tell about being a good sport. So you read the sentence, and after the sentence right here, you're going to write the letter G if it applies, if the sentence tells about being a good sport. And then right here in this space, you're going to write other ways to be a good sport. Now, this assessment is worth 10 points. You're going to send this to LMS in PDF, and you have until February the 3rd to send this. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Bye, everybody.